Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. Yes, this is Bustin' Out. We are the Brunch Busters. I'm Bobby Munson. That's Chris Parrish. And we're joined by our guest today, Lauren Goodnight. Welcome back to Busting Out. We got to unmute your microphone. Just give me one quick second there. We should be good to go. How you doing, Lauren?
Thank you so much for having me on. I really, really like Bustin' Out. It's a really good show, and we always have the best time. So here I am.
We did. We had a hell of a time last time you were here with us. Parrish, we'll go to you in a second. But first, we always got to say hello to our guests in the chat. Joshua Joseph, JJ joining us. Sunday Brunch. Let's go. How you doing, sir? Good to see you out today. And B. Carter, my man, how you doing? Hello to the Bust Brothers. That's Brunch Buster. I'm tongue-tied here, but Turnbuckle Studios, Carl Carafel, the gold standard himself, coming in, saying hello How's it going? How you doing, buddy? And of course, I think he's out on a road trip with his family, but he's still tuning into the show. It's Basser joining us in the chat. Parrish, I skipped right over you this morning, though. How are you doing, sir?
You did. It's kind of like you skipped to my Lulu. Yeah, like that one.
Oh, that's awesome.
Never.
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. How are you? And Lauren, how are you?
I mean, I'm doing good. I mean, after 2 streams yesterday and getting a little bit of sleep in there and everything, I feel good today. I'm ready to have some fun.
Good. Yeah, that was a fun stream. Watching you fall every 5 seconds was terrific.
I died a lot in that game last night. A lot. Poor Link.
Okay.
I'm just gonna answer this till I get my damn pennies, man. Till. I want my Canadian pennies.
I don't have enough Canadian pennies to pay. Sorry.
Kirby Star Allies, and I'm about to start on Tears of the Kingdom, just like y'all. And I'm getting nervous, really nervous, because everyone says how good it is and how amazing it is. And
it's
I don't
really
want
amazing.
it to not live up to its promise.
It's a lot of fun, especially when you're terrible at it like I am. I create a lot of bad ideas when I play.
It's also fun just enabling him being on there and being, oh, I think you should do this. It's like, that doesn't sound like a good idea. No, it's not, but it's a video game. Do it anyway.
Yeah, I'm going to be testing my streaming setup today because I want to start doing just cozy streams.
Yeah.
You know, just something people can tune into and just watch and not give a shit about. Like that's eventually the goal, is to be able to do like nightly cozy streams for people. Yeah.
That would be absolutely fantastic. So
especially if we get Fight Forever. Y'all getting Fight Forever?
I have no mercy.
Maybe.
It's a lot like it really looks like No Mercy.
I know.
And that's perfect for me because it was like it feels like, have you seen the new ads? They look way better. Thank goodness. But they look like action figures. They look like we can throw action figures at each other. And it sounds like the gameplay is going to be nice and accessible, which is, for me, who sucks at fighting games, is fantastic.
Is it cross-platform? Is it cross-platform?
As far as I know, yes.
Cool.
It will be on everything. And I think it has online capabilities to be everything as well. So.
Okay, that would be good then, because like I don't know which direction to go if we want to set up something to stream playing it kind of thing. So but I'm an Xbox and a Switch guy, so I could go either direction.
Yeah, like
I'm a Switch kind of bitch. But what I do need to think about is, if we do get it, then we got to make a bracket.
That's fair. That's fair. We can make.
We got to give everybody like a week or two to learn how to play it, and then we got to make a bracket.
Okay, I like it. I like the sounds of it.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
I think with games now, like especially the combat games, because I think NFL is actually going cross-platform now. A lot, like when Ed and I play WWE 2K23, like he and I don't have the same system, but we just use Steam, and as long as he play through that, I didn't even need to buy the game and I could play with him. That's kind of the fun part.
That's kind of amazing. Yeah,
but I do have it.
I think that really only works with Steam, unless like on Mario Kart, someone else has all of the extra, all the DLC for it. I think you could access that if you're playing on like online with them. I think, but it's got to be someone else. Like someone in the party has to have it.
Yeah, something like that, because this is all still very new to me. I just like playing the games.
I have never streamed a game before. I think I streamed from a PlayStation 3, but I did not do the setup on that. I have done the setup on this. It's all right here. I have a second monitor. It's beautiful. It's ready. I just have to plug it in and embarrass myself at Animal Crossing for about 30 hours until people, watch.
We'll help get those numbers up for you. We'll make sure people know when Lauren's on doing some gaming, having some fun. We'll definitely get everybody in OLE to top in there, say hello. Everybody was, they were pushing me off the edge last night, so I kept jumping Link to his demise quite a few times. It was a blast.
Hey, who knows? I may do night streams for you guys if you ever want them. I'm happy to.
I think that sounds fantastic.
Be a part of
Now,
this wonderful world, and I'm super excited.
I wanted to ask you, Lauren,
Sure.
if you buy Fight Forever, who's the very first person you're playing with?
Mox or Sheeta. No question. I mean, like, that's we've been on stream before, Bubba. I don't think you didn't know
I
the
have
answer
to.
that.
Not everybody in the chat knows you, so I gotta make sure.
Sure enough. Yeah, probably Mox. If they have a Build a Wrestler, I'll do some stuff in Build a Wrestler. In the women's division, I'm looking forward to Sheeta because they can do intergender. Because you've seen like Stat fighting Darby Allin in some of the gameplay that's been shown, and they just beat each other up with skateboards. So this gives me the notion that we're going to have proper intergender, and I want to make the world heavyweight title intergender, and I want to put it on Riho. Like, that would just make me so happy. That would make my heart just absolutely full. And if not Riho, then Sheeta. I want Sheeta to just kick the shit out of MJF. It'll be so much fun.
Poor MJF.
I think the idea of watching anybody kick the shit out of MJF is fun for anyone. Because MJF's just that guy.
Yeah. There's
That's
some
his
people I
purpose
could
in life.
there's some people I could like do without ever seeing again that probably have like good matches left in them against MJF, and we'll probably see them again, but not in my game. That's the cool part about the game, is you sort of make your own. Yeah.
Are you able to like upload? I'm asking this simply because I don't know much about the game, and I'm basing it off what I do know from the WWE games. Are you able to like have that community upload where you can upload people in the game and stuff like that, or is it going to be just straight in like internal creations?
There has not been any discussion on that front that I have heard within like the gaming community. Like, that's not something that we're expecting. I'm not 100% sure like what they're going to do with that. I think it would be a shame if they didn't, because it's such a nice idea and you end up with such cool stuff. But I also understand that this is their first round of doing anything that isn't a shitty mobile game. And so, nothing against the mobile game creators. They work their butts off, but they don't necessarily get to decide what kind of game they're hired to make. And I get that.
Yeah. I'm going to stick to my Scrabble, and that's about it for mobile games.
Yeah. I haven't been playing a ton of mobile games. I was playing like a Godzilla game for a little while, and like Cats and Soup, but I ended up spending way too much cash on Cats and Soup because I hate being a whale on a game. It's not fair. It's not fun. So I just go on Instagram the rest of the time.
Bobby, what kind of games do you have on your phone?
Solitaire, man. Solitaire all the way.
Solitaire. Like, you haven't branched out to like Mahjong or anything?
No, I mean, I'll do Sudokus on my phone. Yeah. I like.
He's looking to get that Minesweeper.
Yeah, something like that. I'm not a big mobile game person. Like, if I've got time to play a mobile game, I'll usually direct my time to making videos or content or something of the sort, working on video edits and everything like that. So I don't do a lot of mobile gaming. I like platform gaming. That's always been my thing when it comes to the gaming side of it. And I mean, it's cool. I mean, I just got the Switch. I just figured out how to make it stream, so it's kind of fun. And interesting, playing some Legend of Zelda and all that. And then, I'll get the Xbox working on here because we got Diablo 4 coming out this week. And then AEW, man, I'm not going to have a life very soon. But it's okay.
You're going to be a streamer, and you're going to be a full-time streamer and gamer.
I hope so.
Of whatever your day job is. When you're not Bobby Munson, OLE, you're Robert Monday, 9 to 5. I don't fucking know. But at that point, I mean, if you're making enough cash.
I'm trying to change what my Monday to Friday time frame is.
I think everybody wants to do that at one point.
Yeah.
We just keep changing was like always. You know how back in the day, and like it's always like, well, you look at like Johnny Nitro, Johnny Merc, or like all that. You can just be Bobby whatever. That could be your new name.
Bobby whatever. No.
No, but like in the sense of like he could be like Bobby Consoles because he'll play console games. He could be Bobby Podcasts because he does podcasts.
So I'm like John Hennigan now. Whatever. I just like absorb the name of wherever I go to. Like. Yeah. Or I'll just be like different for the week. It's like today's Bobby Monday, tomorrow Bobby Tuesday, Bobby Wednesday. We keep them rolling. We got Bassler saying, Paris, I'm almost at the Vegreville egg right now. I know nice. that's he's getting close. I mean, that's a lot of driving from this morning in Saskatchewan all the way to Alberta over at the big Vegreville egg. Or you get to stop and have a check at the egg, get a picture, get a selfie, post it, send it to us. You left at 5:30. Wow. Yeah. They ever get your power up and running after yesterday? Because that's I'm gonna crack the egg. Did your power get up and running at all, or did you just stay up all night and act as the alarm clock for the family this morning so that you guys left on time? Power was up at 3:30 in the morning.
Get up.
Well, that's a long time. It was quite a fair amount of time without power for what was essentially just a small little rainstorm that we got here, but still wild, very wild. So, wrestling. Want to talk some of that?
Yeah.
Do we?
Sure.
Last night's Rampage, you can tell I'm a mess. Friday's Rampage was so good.
Tell us about it. I haven't seen it. Want to know?
Give us the lowdown. What's it up to?
There were 4 non-company titles on the line. There was the AAA's intercontinental title was being defended by Vikingo, and everybody else decided to show up. And so it was a big lucha craziness. 3 very, 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 very good men doing very, very, very good flippy wrestling, if you're into flippy wrestling. Then we had 3 NJPW titles come up. We had the Strong Women's, the TV title, and shoot, what was Shibata fighting for? ROH Pure. And they were all amazing. Zack Sabre Jr. made his debut on the second match. And against every time, he's got 2 A-word names. And every time I think of it, I go, Armed Anderson.
Action Andrade?
Armed Anderson. It's.
Is it Action Andrade? Or Andrade?
Yeah, it was.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes, it is. Yeah. And he lost, but he lost well, and ZSJ made him look good. But there was no way he was going to get that big Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, weird stomach TV, Teletubby ass looking title off of him.
Belts. They're
I like that it looks different. I like that it looks different.
I appreciate different, especially after what I saw on Friday night.
Oh God, it's the same belt.
Thank you. I've been saying this all weekend. Everyone's like, they changed it to gold. I'm like, I don't fucking care. I'm like, this is terrible.
The fact that the last belt that they changed out was so pretty.
Yeah.
It's so pretty. It looks perfect. And I thought, oh, that's definitely what they're going to do with it. No.
They give the consolation prize title over to the other show and make it have a nice look. And this one, they're like, for all the prestige and everything like that, here's the same fucking belt with a gold plate on it. Thanks, WWE. Really appreciate it.
I think they changed the color of the stones too. I'm not sure if they changed the placement at the tips.
Money well spent.
No. Money definitely not well spent.
They also added the word undisputed on it instead of universal.
Oh, why? Oh, wow. Well, stop the presses. You know what? Next they're gonna come out on Monday night and they're gonna like, we've got a new women's title with a pink strap. Yay!
You know, at least NJPW chose purple. It's a very nice sort of pinky lilac. It doesn't look bad. It's not garbage. It's already elevated, and it goes with what Willow wears.
See, and I'm not against the colors. It's just you have an opportunity to do something different, and you don't.
Exactly. And I would love to see WWE do something really cool with their women's belt because I think they are redoing those, right?
They're supposed to be.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then
they're not only redoing them, they're renaming them, or that's what we're led to believe.
Okay.
Who knows?
So that's the current gossip.
After seeing what they did on Friday, who's to say what it's going to look like anymore? I think that can go out the window from expectation because what I'm sure everybody's expecting or would want is going to be different to what they see. So that's the unfortunate truth. Absolutely. But I mean, I don't hate the fact that they kept the same framework. I was saying this to Ella. On her Twitter, like it was just a matter of like I just don't like how the main plate looks. Like just scrape out that big W and just put a design in it, like you did on that NXT UK title, which was beautiful. Like give me like
absolutely.
You might not like the look of the World Heavyweight Championship, but I respect the imagery and I respect the meaning behind it, and I can get behind that title now, knowing that there is history shown in that. Give me a story with this title. That's all I wanted.
The story is it looks just like the last fucking title.
Which I'm not even like against. Not even against like a similar looking one because that title's been stapled across how many different sport platforms over the last 10 years because they hand one to the championship winning team. It's an iconic look now. And like you see some of the top athletes in the world now represent that title, so I understand if they don't want to change it, but dear God, it looks like a golden turd.
It looks like they put it into MS Paint and clicked fill.
Yeah, that's a great way to describe it.
I can do that. Pay me money, WWE. I can do that.
Yeah, I was unhappy with that as well. It did not make me feel thrilled. It made me happy that I don't watch WWE because then I wasn't disappointed personally. Like on a fan level, I wasn't mad about it.
See, I was out. I just saw it on YouTube and I'm like, nope, next.
Nope.
It just sucked because that whole segment was like actually really good, but then all you're gonna take out of it is that stupid looking title.
Yep.
And they're just like,
it's like the exploding barbed wire match. Great fucking match. Fantastic match. All people remember is that the pyro didn't work. Like it's the kind of match people
I think in wrestling and anything, exploding needs to be rethought.
Exactly. And belts, I suppose, need to be fucking rethought too.
Yeah.
And please don't do exploding belts. We're not going in that direction.
The real hardcore belt.
See, I was thinking as they unveiled this thing, as I saw the glimpse of them, like, what was the board meeting like? It kind of reminds me of The Simpsons when they're trying to come up with a new character for Itchy and Scratchy. And they're like, yeah, make it a dog and come up with a creative name like Poochie, but something more interesting. And the executives leave the room and they're like, so Poochie's good with everybody? Yeah, we could go with Poochie. That's WWE coming up with a new title design right there.
See, I'm on your same wavelength, but you know when Homer got to make a car? That's what it reminded me of.
You win. Hands down.
Now brother's out of business. Oh. I mean,
fucking
same...
belts.
Hey, at least Roman only has one now, Bobby. That's what you wanted. Be careful what you want.
Titles. It's not that Roman's bad. It's that we need the titles freed up. I don't even watch the product, and I follow enough of the product. I know you guys, and everybody talks the product crazy, but I don't necessarily watch it myself for a multitude of reasons. But man,
yeah,
still
yeah, I get invested. I get invested in that kind of thing, and I love Roman. I love him so much. I think the Bloodline stuff was amazing. I got to see a bunch of that, but at the end of the day, it's like, free up that title. Free up at least one of them. At least one.
Well, he only has the one now.
Yeah, they amalgamated.
Yeah, no, I mean...
Squish them together.
Yeah, it's
into this conglomerate ugliness.
Yeah.
It's so weird because I'm now fearful, but I'm also like hideously curious on what they're going to do, not only for the women's, but I also heard the tags are going to be so I'm making sure I have plenty of alcohol in my fridge when I watch this.
I'm happy to come on and be snarky about bad design choices. I love tearing apart bad design because there's so much good design out there.
There really is.
Yeah, like Seth Rollins.
That's a great fucking... That man must clang when he walks, because you just can't wear, blue and black lingerie to Mania one year and then the pink titty corset another. It's just... How does it...
Good morning, Alex. Thanks for joining in. He says, hello, party people. How you doing, buddy? Joined me last night to watch me fail at the end of my game. Coming in here today. Loving it. Good to see you.
Hey, we're talking about a new control design for Canadians where we just type out EH for the A button. Yeah, do it.
BC.
I think that's the most fantastic idea. I need to get my controllers modded with the Canadian A button.
I still think you take the throttle and you just make a spinning Stanley Cup. That just makes sense. Yep. Lauren, if you were to make the perfect controller, what would you have it look like?
See, okay.
Yeah.
This is interesting for me.
Run question.
Because my perfect controller is going to have to change. Sorry. Excuse me. My perfect controller would have to change a little bit, like have a lot of maneuverability, because for a while I couldn't use one of my hands very well. It's one of the reasons I got neck surgery and they went in the front. Check it out. But was I couldn't feel my hand anymore. And so gaming was kind of tough for me. And if there was a way that I could make something that was either a one-handed or 1.5-handed kind of thing, like a joystick left hand and a right hand button, that would be really cool. But right now I'm fine, and like the Switch is perfect. I play the Switch enough that playing on the Xbox is jarring sometimes. I love the Switch setup. It makes sense with jump, and like jump should always be A, and A should always be on the furthest right.
And that's what I'm struggling with, because I'm going the reverse of Xbox.
You're going back and forth,
Switch.
yeah.
So I constantly looking at my Switch control. Oh, that one's the
always.
A
Yes. Especially after I've been doing something like playing Kirby, where it's just like mashing in a very specific pattern, and you're like, oh, now I have to not play like this. like trying to play on Steam after doing a bunch of console stuff. It's rough.
And button mashing, that's exactly how I play all fighting games and all wrestling games.
Same.
That's exactly
we're gonna have
how
a,
the
we're
Nintendo
gonna have a
and Sega
mashup.
were.
There we go.
That's all Nintendo and Sega were back in the days, just button mashing.
Button mashing.
You ever played Mike Tyson's Punch-Out? There's no skill.
Hey, there is a pattern.
There is
to Mike
a
Tyson's
morning
Punch-Out.
to Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, patterns, yes, but skill.
Parrish, it's called Duck 2, and you know the rest.
Okay, are we talking about like the Wii Punch-Out, or are we talking about like the old
No.
NES
Like
Punch-Out?
Nintendo played. Yeah.
Okay,
I
yeah,
think
there
we
was no
all
skill
have
involved in
a
that.
lot of
That was
experience
just
of the
button
old
mashing.
one.
I was thinking about like the
Yeah.
Wii stuff that actually takes some work.
Yeah.
Alex saying after playing on his keyboard for so long, trying to play a first-person shooter on a controller was weird for him after that. And I could see that. I mean, I would be lost playing at a computer right now. That would be my biggest thing.
Same. Like I feel real weird about the concept.
I just do
of
both.
playing
I
on
have a computer plus a controller.
Yeah, and I've got, a controller from, somebody else's Xbox. I guess I could see about playing with it, but I got my Switch. I've got a capture card. I'll spend the afternoon figuring out whether or not it all goes together or not.
Yeah, I've always been more of a console over a computer, like PC guy. Like I don't know. There's the odd one. Like Bobby, I remember like when you started like testing out the streaming and the video games. You played that Extreme Wrestling Warfare or Revenge game.
Trying to.
That was like the only game I played on the computer because it was fun. But other than that,
Look at rich guy Parrish over here with his laptop and
And a controller.
He's got both. Just money Parrish over there. I should just hand this right
all those
over.
Canadian pennies, man. That's why I demand my Canadian pennies.
It's all those people you beat up with a bag of Canadian pennies that have nice fat wallets. That's how you can get them all. Gotcha. Because all you have to do in the courts over there is say, "Hey, sorry, man. It's cool."
Penny earned is a penny saved.
I really do think you should make one come back and now use a bag of pennies in your matchup. I think that's fantastic.
I just want to get a shirt with my face instead of the dude on the penny. That'd be great. Parrish we trust.
There we go. That's a crazy world if in Parrish we trust, that's for sure.
That'll be one of the first OLE shirts. That will be one of the first OLE shirts.
Apparently, if anyone has a surplus of loonies, it's Parrish. It's a different type of loony altogether, though. Not it.
It's a funny story. I actually have a fanny pack where the opening patch has nothing but loonies and toonies in it.
Nice.
Yeah, it's actually true.
There's two funny parts of that story is, one, you have a fanny pack, and two, you actually have physical cash instead of digital cash like everybody else nowadays.
Well, one, awesome. I was a wrestler, Bobby, and all real wrestlers have fanny packs. That's just the code.
And all real wrestlers have cash.
Yeah.
Because performing is a cash business.
Despite the fact I never had merch, I had cash.
Yeah, because wrestling, any kind of performing, especially live performance, is a cash business. So he's always going to understand. I mean, I'm going to put that as a we because I was an actress for a long ass time. We all understand the idea of cash in hand being more valuable to a gig worker. And so, yeah, we're going to have cash in hand. I don't know about you with your upstate fucking job.
Wait,
if
you got paid cash.
Wait, you got paid cash?
Yeah. That was good, Alex.
What's that inside?
Every wrestler has at least
hold on. You got a hot dog or a hoy dog?
You got a hoy dog. It's even better.
Where are you at? I want a hoy dog.
Hoy dog.
Better yet, now Ed's dropping bombs on your ass.
People pay Parrish?
That's the triple P's right there coming from Ed Fries. How you doing, Ed? Good to see you, buddy.
I'm LFG and
Hey,
people perish.
the difference between a smart man and a dumb man is a smart man just collects while the dumb man tells you how much money they have.
Yeah, promoters couldn't afford hot dogs, so they gave you the hoy dogs.
No, 90% of the promoters were the wieners, so that's a whole different story.
Oh, damn. Okay, go off. Spill some.
I mean, it's
What we got
true.
here? What's
See,
your
hot dogs.
filthy little story? Let's see.
Oh, 19 years, I have a lot of filthy little stories, but I'm not going to crap on them. Dear God, I mean, anybody who was in the pro wrestling independent scene knows that the promoters are. I mean, even if you had ketchup, it'd still be too far away from the real world.
Bunch of crazy ass carnies. But they had a wig.
They're the ones. They're the ones that put that what's that gross topping that nobody likes unless you're weird. It's like those not onions, but it's kind of.
Relish?
Don't fucking say sauerkraut because I love sauerkraut.
Sauerkraut's fucking great, but relish?
Yeah, that's exactly where he was going. Was the sauerkraut?
That's what I was thinking. I find it so gross.
But that's
okay, Bobby, you're not one to tell me about what's good for food with what I've heard from you.
Okay.
You got to now tell Lauren this.
Okay. First off, before we get into that, sauerkraut is fantastic. But here's the problem. You're probably trying to eat it on a regular ass, hot dog on a bun. You have to get a nice proper sausage hot dog. And you put stone ground mustard and a nice sauerkraut, not too mushy and gross and not all talk Polish and don't eat sauerkraut. You want to talk to me. Okay. So talk about Poland and don't eat the kraut. We'll have a discussion. But with a nice sauerkraut on top that isn't too mushy, isn't too wet, and you have a big Hefeweizen beside you and you just chow down. I mean, come on. And you have some spätzle at the side. It's really good. I think if you tried it the way it should be, as opposed to the way it's marketed in America, you might really enjoy it. But I understand if you've had enough bad situations when it came to pickled food.
One, we're Canadian. We never, ever take marketing advice from America.
Oh, sure never. We don't. Yeah, okay.
We don't.
Yeah.
We make our own mistakes ourselves. Come on.
You made the mistake of throwing Target out. Oh, have nothing for that?
Target's not that cool anyway. I don't care.
Target wasn't that good in Canada from what I could tell.
We made the mistake of throwing Blockbuster out. That was the big mistake.
Because everybody in Canada would rather get their sweatpants on and go down to the local Walmart and save themselves $1.
Walmart's so gross, though.
We also have
but they also don't realize that when they go and drive their big pickup trucks down to the Walmart that they burn that much more fucking gas and it costs them that much more. So you're saving nothing, you stupid people. Anyway,
I have so many opinions.
They need to have their balls sagging on their back.
No. Ooh, yeah, that's some opinion. But no, for real. I think if you gave it a shot, you'd really enjoy it. I don't necessarily love to eat, but I love finding out more about eating and tasting new things and finding ways to introduce different cultures into different kinds of foods. And sometimes you just have to look at the way someone else eats it to eat it. Like you wouldn't just shove a raw durian into your face. You would cook it. You, not me.
Alex loves hearing the Walmarts up north are just as slimy as Walmarts in the States. Yeah, they're
all
bad.
The pictures I've seen, they are absolutely slimmity slimy.
I mean, anything that's a chain, I mean, we can always talk smack about it.
Yeah. Oh, easy.
That's pretty obvious. Yeah.
But they need
It's
to
those
start
good
that
old,
chain,
like-
that chain of Chip Buddy restaurants. I'm still working on that, just for you, Parrish. So we can get you a Chip Buddy in hand so you can test this shit out. And then I got to get one to Carl as well, too, because he thinks it's disgusting. Just for that matter.
So
Okay,
why do you say
you're
you
crapping
wouldn't?
on me with my sauerkraut? You got to still tell Lauren about your like amazing Christmas like dish that you were throwing out.
It wasn't a Christmas dish. The whole topic got brought up because of people over in England. And I was mentioning about the famous Chip Buddy that, my English parents taught me about when I was a kid. I haven't had one of these things since I was a kid, mind you. But what you do is at the end of a plate of French fries, when all that ketchup's still on your plate and you got a little bit of fries, you take a piece of bread, you butter it up, you dump the fries in the middle, and you lap up the ketchup on the plate. That's the same reaction I got out of Carl. This is fantastic. Actually, no. Carl got so sick he left the room.
Lauren, this is what sauerkraut does to people.
No, I've eaten sauerkraut my whole life. This guy's just fucking weird. This one right here, fucking weird. Okay, but no, seriously. I don't know. Cuisine is a lot of fun. Why do you say Americans shouldn't be listened to when it comes to cuisine? No, I mean just like what have your experiences been, Parrish?
Say that again. You're very quiet on my end. I didn't hear the question.
Let me move this.
You've got to yell.
Okay. So my question is, like you said, you don't take food advice from Americans. What has put you like on that route, especially since
I see
America
Canada's
is known?
take marketing advice.
Okay, I thought you said food advice because
No. I will say this: Americans, they know how to eat.
Oh yeah.
What I love about the States is going down there and going to their cereal aisle because it's like super long. That is my jam. All right, I will get lost in the cereal.
One of the reasons I bring it up, sorry, I keep playing with my hair. It's Sunday morning for me. One of the reasons I bring it up is yes, like mine's up in a side pony because that's all I could manage this morning. So you the side pony or the clip is the female version of what you're doing. Just put a hat on it. Yeah.
I mean, it's not bad though. The hair
it's good hair.
Like,
you got a lot of good hair. That's awesome.
Well, the hat kind of did pluck it down. I have still product in my hair, so when I wake up, it's like,
it's
you know that style that Jericho.
Yes.
Smokes. But you know that style that Jericho had in WCW that was like all shades of, oh, what are you doing? Yeah, that made a lot more sense sometimes than what I have going on in the morning.
Yeah, Alex coming in with the KFC double down sandwich, grease on grease on grease.
Nah, people who love American food don't love things like that necessarily. I mean, that's fair food. Or that's like even further than what we would consider fair food, even like within South Carolina or Houston, because South Carolina State Fair is considered a really, really huge and really big deal in the entire like East Coast. Yeah. But it's also the same in Texas with the Tex Ren Fair, which is the biggest in the country as well. And it's like, it might be great, but it can't be a favorite. It can't be an everyday kind of thing. And that's the problem with making like double downs, because you eat it every day and that's super unhealthy and people are just going to eat what's delicious. And in America, that is part of the obesity problem. We have some of the best food and it's inexpensive for a ton of it. Yeah. And, you know, that's the reason that a lot of foreigners shut up about our obesity problem once they've, you know, been here and had a plate of food. They just, you never hear them talk about it again. And that's why I was like, why do you not have a food thing? Why don't you listen to Americans all about food? And it was marketing, never mind.
Yeah, no, it was definitely marketing.
Yeah, our cuisine is no different up this way at all.
No.
In fact, all we do different is we either put maple syrup on it or else we put cheese and fucking gravy on top of everything.
don't shit on the maple syrup, all right? I got some right here. I'm a true Canadian. It's even in the shape of a maple leaf.
I'm just gonna, you guys.
I will say there's only two things that.
I'll be right back.
I will say there's two things Canada has that I do take pride in, and that is our beer and that is our syrup. Other than that, I'm okay for people saying we got a better this and that. And bacon. I will say bacon is pretty good.
I do not mind the cut of ham that they use for Canadian bacon at all. Yeah. Just because it's more similar to the English cut for bacon than it is to the American, like bacon back. And I don't know, it's good. It's good tasting. But I wish we did more with cheese curds down here. I really, really like poutine. And
the poutine is definitely a big thing up here.
Poutine. J'adore.
Our poutine game is quite strong. But I think people too also forget that a lot of Canadian dishes stem from the Britain because we were a British colony, like back in the day. Like,
and a lot of it is British, and a lot of it is English because y'all were colonies for both.
We still have the Queen of England on our money.
I'm so sorry about that. Being a Commonwealth has got to suck sometimes. Yeah. Can you guys criticize the monarchy? Like, are you guys allowed to, or will you guys get hit with lèse majesté?
I don't know. I mean, I just criticize things I don't like to begin with, and I take the repercussions later. But no, what I personally want to see Canada do is start establishing their own identity a little bit more and start putting take the Queen off our coin and put a Canadian hero, I think like Terry Fox on that, because I just think it's time for Canada to show a little bit more pride on the history of their own country if they want to be an independent country, not so much always piggyback off what other people do. I kind of just want to see a little bit more stand up and be proud for who you are, not always where you've been, because I think you lose light on some of the great things you're doing.
Yeah, I absolutely do see it. I find it interesting that you think that Canada needs to have a stronger national identity when I see Canada as being one of the stronger national identities in the English language. Especially
it's more internal. To me, it's just more internal. Like I do think from a global standpoint, we're probably perceived to be probably different, but I think it's more of like an internal thing. Like Canada does such a great job of identifying the difference in humans. And I think they do a great job on it. I think the problems are when you go to the higher top of the political chain, and that's when you see a lot of things fall, because I think the everyday people kind of want the same things. I think they get confused with the political side, and then they may be a little bit uninformed with the decision. I mean, I'm guilty of that. I think we're all guilty of that. But I just would like to see, we do a lot of good things. Hello, Melba. How are you?
No.
I just think Canada I think they just need to be a little bit more, I don't want to say egotistical, but a lot more proud on some of the accomplishments they've done over the years. Like Terry Fox, I think, is an amazing human being, and nobody's ever going to be like him. And when people say, are you Canadian? What does Canada, what is Canada? And I'm like, well, look at the heart and determination and the passion that Terry Fox shows. That's Canada. And that's kind of what I want to see our country show a little bit more of.
And Mel coming in saying that
I understand that. I understand that completely. I mean, we have a bunch of slave owners on our money, so
yeah.
I can't say bad things, especially because our country doesn't have its own shit in order.
So sure. I actually found out one of the greatest validations of my family. Actually, it was the year my grandfather passed away, because he did reside in the Carolinas because he fought in the Second World War and ended up staying in Carolina. But I found out that our family used to be a family that went against the grain and actually tried to give the slaves a home and take care of them. and hid them from when the law, I guess, came to try to take them away. Because I went to a house and you looked and you saw like a beat up piano, because I guess it was a thing where you would hide in a piano and there was like axe marks and all that stuff. And I'm like, oh, cool. So like my family was actually one of the good ones. All right. I'm
It's
proud
always
now.
good to find out. It's like,
Right?
oh, thank God.
So they're like, oh, you know who my great granddad was? Yeah. The dude from his name was Adolf. Not a good guy. Not a good guy. Like that would
that
suck.
moment when you realize your uncle was a
You go on Ancestry.com just to find out that like
just to find out you're directly from Gables.
this is like,
Sorry about
no.
That was a baby cat. We've been talking about such important things, and it's like there's a baby. There's a baby cat.
This one's Cosmo. Not so much a baby. These two are both pushing 12 years old, actually.
Aww.
So we've had them for quite a while.
Downstairs. I don't think she is, or I would bring her on to show you.
Where we did we get to Alex's question while I was away there?
Probably not.
No,
you went in
Alex. Yeah. So Alex just wondering whereabouts you might be from, Lauren.
Okay, I was born in the Midwest, and we almost immediately moved to the East Coast. I was raised here in South Carolina. Then we moved to Texas, where I finished off high school. I did a good chunk of my college, and then I moved all around. I did some more time in Texas. I did a bunch of time in England. I got my master's degree in England. And on the U.S. Census, I think my dad still put me down as English, which is not true. My visa at the time was just English. And so right now I am in the American South.
Nice. And just so you know, Ed, yes, we already talked about my dying, wearing, and destruction of the game of Legend of Zelda last night while I was sleepy. But
don't worry, I'll make it up for you. I'll stream some Kirby, and people will have some good gameplay to watch.
There we go. I like the sound of it.
I'm kidding. I'll be nice. I'm so sorry. This is not how I should act. On my first
I got tough skin. Everybody here is welcome to take their digs. I can take it. It's all good. Josh coming in. My great grandfather, Dr. Death. Look him up. Psycho of a man. I want positivity on my Sunday. I'm not going to go look up anything called Dr. Death. That's okay.
I mean, every time I think Dr. Death, I'm thinking the wrestler now.
Fuck it. I'm a fact checker. I'm happy to look that shit up. No, I'm not going to mess with it right now. But I might look it up later. That would be pretty cool.
Well, I'm also going to say, Alex, if you want to know more about Lauren, she does have a Wikipedia and IMDb page.
I do, in fact.
And in order to stay true to what we said before, I do have your Wikipedia page open. And we did talk about whether or not we should do the fact or fiction thing.
Sure, fuck it. We got a few minutes. Let's go.
So I'm curious. In fact, whereabouts in South Carolina it says that you're from? Because you did mention, like, you did say you're from there, but where about?
I've lived in Columbia and Charleston, Mount Pleasant, James Island, North Myrtle Beach.
Yeah, I know Charleston. I was always
Columbia
gifted some Charleston Checkers cups for Christmas because that's where I have family.
That's awesome.
So we are connected in a weird way.
Yeah, there are many different parts of Charleston and around there, and I got to live in a bunch of like different townships around there.
Yes.
Then we moved to Texas, and then I got famous, and then I got unfamous, and I'm pretty pleased to be where I am right now. But yes, South Carolina is currently where I'm at, right in the middle of the state.
And it says born May 19th, 19 something. I won't actually reveal it.
19 something. Perfect.
19 something.
It is an American radio host, voice actress, sex educator, and occasional singer.
Mm-hmm. I am a member of the International Society of Sexual Medicine and the American Association of Sex Counselors, Teachers, and Therapists. And I've been working in one form or another of health education and sex education for many, many years. I started sort of female-centered activism, especially around health, getting things like mammograms and basic pap smears, stuff that people hadn't, like, the internet was still, kind of nascent when I started all of that. And to see the hard work that we did years ago just sort of come crashing down has become very difficult for me. But I am going to have to get back to doing sex education.
Ed coming in saying, this reminds me, we never fixed your Wikipedia. He said, Lauren.
Hey, I went and looked at it and someone had cleaned it up. I went and looked at it and it had been cleaned up. I looked at it about 2 or 3 weeks ago and I was just kind of shocked because I was like, oh, was Ed here? I thought you had. But yes, I am a voice actress. I did my first voice work when I was a child, and then I didn't do anything else for many, many years. Then when I was in Houston, ADV Films, a very well-known anime dubbing company at the time, was having open casting calls. A friend of mine, Mandy Clark, and another friend of mine, Tiffany Grant, they both worked for them and encouraged me to become a voice actor or to go to the casting call, and I was cast the next day as a bit part, and it got bigger and bigger, and I was very, very lucky to get some amazing roles over the years and to even be bit parts in some amazing pieces. And, I haven't done voice work for quite some time. This is the closest I've come because I did internet broadcasting instead for quite a while. So, yes.
Mel saying, sounds like a love your health episode to me. Mel, let's chat. We'll have your people call my people. We'll talk about this. But Alex saying he's been debating putting out some demos for voice acting. There's a lot of different apps out there that you can do that through, Alex, and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. I know that for sure. And obviously, make sure you got the right setup as well too. I'm sure that will be very beneficial in going that direction. But follow your dream. Always follow your dream.
There's always more work for actors. Make sure that you know how much, money you expect to make from it. Do you want it to be your passion? Are you willing to go without food for it? That kind of thing. Because acting, you're always you have to have a side hustle when you're just be ready.
Mel saying that she is my people. Yes, you are. I know. I just like having fun. Glad I could make you chuckle at the gym.
On the career aspect, it says you've been the host of a call-in show, 8-Bit Sex, on the 8bitx.com website. Mm-hmm. Am I even pronouncing that right?
Yes, you're saying it correctly.
Okay.
8bitx was a video game music channel that was an online radio station for many, many years. They got involved with MagFest, a couple of great things like that. I did a health, sex, and love show. It was a call-in show for them for many years. We moved over to Celestia Radio, which I now own, but we aren't currently doing anything with it. We're just we're playing music, we're having a good time. A couple of our long-term shows are still on, but we're working our way towards going ahead and doing our relaunch, which means I'll be doing a lot more broadcast work. So I'm getting a little bit of that extra help from learning how to do Twitch.
Perfect.
And it says you're also a member of the International Society of Sexual Medicine and the American Association of Sexuality Educators.
Sex educators, counselors, and teachers, or sex educators, counselors, and therapists. Either way, I think it's educators, counselors, and teachers. But yes, I've been a member.
Is there a specific reason why we see the phrase therapists over teachers when it comes to sexual education?
Yes, because therapists generally have a little more education themselves. They have certifications. They almost always have their masters. And so a sex therapist is definitely different than a sex education teacher. Does that make sense? Like in that way, like a sex therapist is someone that could also do things that I was doing, which were giving demonstrations, doing public speaking, that kind of stuff. But they also can take clients.
Yeah.
And
So,
I just don't. I don't have my certification in this state, but my education does give me access to that certification.
okay. I also just want to point out, Joshua Joseph, Ellen Iverson is not taking our jobs.
No, I'm taking over your job.
But
You don't want to work for all those capitalists, do you? I'll happily take those jobs.
Do they have the Canadian pennies? Those bastards.
Oh God. But yeah, I lived in England a really long time, and I was able to get my master's degree there, and I wouldn't give up that time for the whole world.
How long were you in
It would
England
be nice
for?
to go back home.
How long were you in England for?
In various parts and capacities, I've lived there. Like I said, on and off, it's probably all come together to be about 2.5, 3 years.
Nice.
Okay.
What part of England?
The South. I lived in various parts of London, and I lived in Reading twice. The most time I've lived in Reading.
Okay.
And that's about an hour by train outside of London. It is in the, it is, I believe, the county seat of Berkshire.
Yep.
And it's great. It was so much fun. It was a life I really enjoyed. I was able to keep to myself. I was able to make friends still. I was able to do broadcasting, and it was still fine. And so I wouldn't mind going back.
I wouldn't mind going sometime. I haven't been since I was a kid, but of course, like most of my family are still out there and everything like that in Southampton, Portsmouth areas. And then of course, so that's where my roots originally come from, I guess, technically. And then of course, if anybody tuned in yesterday, we did the FA Cup watch along here on the channel with Mark from Mark Talks Wrestling, and he is actually from Reading himself as well too. So we had a lot of fun talking about that. Yeah.
He and I have discussed that. And it's so funny. I actually want to ask him a couple of places, whether a couple of places are still open, like Mr. Cobb's.
Yeah, Mark's a great guy. And Josh coming in, the Canadian penny and and I think Nichols, because he's corrected himself, are in the States. Trust me, people, yell if you hand them Canadian pennies and nickels. I save them just for those moments. Yeah, I mean, our Canadian pennies are long gone.
Yeah, they're here. They're here. They're just worth about as much as a button on your coat.
Yeah.
So it's like if someone hands you a button on their coat and says it's 5 cents, you can't say, oh, that's 5 cents.
But the
Canadian nickel is about 3 cents 75.
Yeah. Because I think it's usually about 1.35% conversion rate or something like that right now.
Yeah, right around there.
Yeah. I have to know that for my job. I buy a lot of American goods for people in Canada.
Well, damn.
Okay,
That's the hustle I should be getting into. Buying American stuff for the people who can't quite get it, and then just let them pay a special shipping. That's called being a proxy. Yeah. I don't want to be anybody's proxy. Fuck that. No.
See, because the thing is like we don't have any like fiber optic manufacturing companies out this way.
Really?
So a lot of them,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so a lot of them are actually out in North Carolina, which is where a lot of that material is made. I've actually been there to the Corning Fiber Factory plant tour.
Hey, all right.
So, yeah. So,
let me know if you come back down. We'll. I don't drink, but I'll take you for one.
Yeah, though if I'm ever back in the area, I don't know if North Carolina wants me back because I pretty much cost Corning Fiber a lot of money when it came to the bar tabs and stuff like that. It was brutal. Normally they have like 2 or 3 sales reps go out after the dinner portion of the evening. I managed to convince everybody to come out for the drink portion of the evening. The bar tab the one night was over $6,000. we shut the place down. It was fantastic.
I love everything about that. I can't say that I haven't done that to a company before, but I have. I'm not sure if I'm okay to tell this story yet, so I'll save it. But know that my friends and I have done something very similar to it.
I do have a question I want to ask Lauren, because last weekend when we were doing our preview and review show, we talked about taking bumps. And you had mentioned that for another time, the story of the bump that you've taken and who you've taken it from. I got to put it on the table and find out the answer to this.
Okay. So before the pandemic, there was the Bullet Club block party that was in New Jersey across the channel from where Mania was being held that year. And it was the same, like it was happening right before Mania. And I wasn't going to Mania, but I did decide to go up for the block party. And there was a scuffle between Simon Miller and Tama Tonga.
Mm-hmm.
And King Haku decided to get involved. And I ended up taking a bump by accident. And so my first and only bump was from King Haku.
Nice. I mean, at least it's got a legendary name behind it. That's very impressive.
And he came and checked on me, and I was just like, no, I'm fine. I'm fine. Oh my God. He is a secret sweetheart. And so, like, we call it Pretty Guardian Sailor Moon or all this other stuff. It's like Secret Sweetheart King Haku.
Yeah. Well, at least you've taken the famous ones. I've taken them in little sessions behind the scenes and stuff like that with people that are better than me, but still on the rookie level.
Well, I know I'm going to take some more because I want to expand my photography stuff into like actually doing events and not just being at events and getting great shots, but to actually do some stuff for local. I'm still not well enough to do it, but that's the goal.
Being ringside has its challenges, but it's fun and rewarding at the same time.
Exactly. And especially if you sort of know how it's going to go, like if you can read the tempo of a match well enough,
Mm-hmm.
like if you can see the 1, 2, 3, 4, if you can figure out what they were practicing to, then it becomes a lot easier, at least from where I've been, which is ringside. I mean,
that's
like jobby, but never, out by the ring.
And that's why I wanted to know just enough so that I can kind of make sure that I can get the hell out of the way when it's time. Although it doesn't always happen. There have been a few instances of the camera being booted right out of my hand and going flying. But, there was the one time too where I was like, I kind of wanted to get something really cool for the video itself. And it was during us leading to our first ever championship crowning in a ladder match, and we had the one guy beat down the other guy, and so afterwards the guy who had been beaten down gets up and he starts flailing around and pushing everybody out of his way because he's supposed to be delirious, doesn't know what hit him kind of thing, and I happen to be right there taking the shot. I'm like, I'm gonna get myself involved here, and I kind of stepped into it when he kind of stiff-armed me in the process. I went flying back into the stairs at the bottom of the rail and went down, so that when we did the actual editing of it, we actually have it as if the camera breaks, so it kind of goes to a static shot all of a sudden and then cuts to the other camera angle. Ooh. So that we kind of did it intentionally for that exact purpose, and it was fun.
I like that a lot. I don't have a problem with that at all. That's a great transition. It's a great transition idea.
That's why it's good to have Papa Smoke's ringside for that second camera.
Papa Smoke.
Yeah, Papa Smoke.
In case it's Bobby bumping.
Bobby bumping.
I know I'm not your only American host. Who else is
Astrid's out of Florida.
Astrid's out of Florida.
Yeah. And then
Ed's out of Massachusetts.
And
Ed's out of Massachusetts.
That's right.
Yeah. And then sometimes Carl's out of Toronto, and we consider that as
We don't.
Poor Carl.
We fucking don't.
I think that's like a running joke, and maybe that's like more in the sports world, but it's like always like, oh, if there's trading, we'll trade states, we'll trade you Toronto for like the Seattle and Detroit or something. because they seem to be more Canada than Toronto.
They are. I think because of now that I think about
Maybe
it,
even
because
Montana.
of the language makeup. I think that's it.
Montana's like your guys is like Banff.
I've only known one good person to come out of Montana, and I love them very much, and I haven't talked to them in over a decade, and they're amazing, and I hope that they know they're badasses. But only one. Sorry. nothing like Montana to just really sour a bitch on life.
Well, it's actually like I used to work with people that always went to Montana. Like Montana's not that far away from where I am, but I've never actually been there.
I hear it's beautiful.
Yeah,
I hear
We were
there's
there.
I hear it's a.
lots of nothing and lots of beautiful nothing to see.
Oh, well then I'll just go see Bobby again because that's
That's
I know where he is from.
Damn. Okay.
He'll tell you his neck of the woods. There's not a lot there.
No.
Oh,
In fact, all I do is I just go stand outside. I look over the horizon. And like, holy shit, that's Brock Lesnar in his backyard.
it's awful. Stop it. God.
He got angry yesterday. We had this big storm. F5 rolled right through. It was crazy.
He pissed Sable off again, and things just went sideways.
The rain went sideways along with it too. It was nuts.
See, it still blows my mind that Sable lives in Saskatchewan. Not Brock Lesnar, but Sable. That still blows my mind.
Ask me how often either one of them is actually there.
Still,
I have a couple of friends who live in Saskatchewan. Tell me a little bit about it besides the fact that there's a bridge.
There's many bridges, but
The Saskatoon one.
yeah,
Like,
there's
I know about
actually
the one in Saskatoon, and that's about it.
Yeah, so in Saskatoon, we're actually known as the city of bridges because there's multiple bridges across the South Saskatchewan River there.
Oh, that must be what I'm thinking of. Yeah, bridges.
Yeah. So we've got
That's all I
multiple
know about
ones.
Saskatoon.
Yeah, the Bridge City, as it's known. It's we have got a lot of area, a lot of mass and stuff like that, but a lot of people don't want to necessarily live here. We have the smallest population of any of the provinces across the entire country, considering the amount of land mass that is here. It's just that, especially in the wintertime, it gets brutally cold, and a lot of people don't care for that. And the further up north you get, where we have a lot of that land mass, it's almost to the point of inhabitable with no roads to get through or anything like that. So it's really just a lot of space that can't be properly utilized. But we laugh and we always talk about it being a bit of a flat province and that there being nothing here. But really, if you dig deep enough, Saskatchewan has quite a bit of different things. Like we've got a lot of different, nice lakes and rivers. We got a little bit of desert land and stuff like that too. We've got all these different multiple things that people don't necessarily know about. But it's a small province in terms of the population. We don't get a whole lot of big activity coming through here. This is why I thought it was nuts that Tony Khan wanted to bring AEW to Saskatoon for a live Dynamite. I'm like, nobody goes to these things, but thank you, because I like going to live stuff.
you just reminded me it's coming to Edmonton next month too. I was like, oh yeah, completely forgot about it.
Yeah, and you better be going with your OLE sign, because that's what I'm doing.
I'll just go. Where are my damn pennies at?
Have those tickets dropped yet?
I don't know. I haven't checked recently. They hadn't yet. I mean, even if they don't drop, I'll still buy one. I'm not really too worried about the price, but I know on the hard cam side, there was still tickets available. I'm going to check though.
I'm actually going to check and see
I don't even
there are pre-sale codes.
think it's sold out here in Edmonton yet.
But that's the problem here in Canada, especially in the West in general, is it's a great thing, but not a lot of people invest into it. I'm looking at the seat selection right now, and there's still lots on the hard cam side of this event. And I'm just going to check ticket pricing if I can. My computer's acting very slowly today. They haven't exactly dropped. It's still about $200 on the hard cam side for a ticket in the Well, it'll be upper because they've closed off the entire upper half. They're going to tarp off that. They do for every wrestling event here in Saskatoon, because I think literally the only thing we've ever had that sold out here was maybe during the Attitude Era, when everybody thought it was going to be a live event and it wasn't, and then they never showed up again after that. Even like when Bret Hart and Ric Flair, when Bret won his first title, it was not sold out at all, not even close. It was maybe at 3/4 capacity at best.
Oh, it is Sunday.
Do you think if they build Roddy Piper from Saskatoon, they'd actually have more people going out?
Maybe, I don't know. Like it's weird that like a lot of people don't know that Roddy Piper is from Saskatoon, or that the Hart family heritage starts in Saskatoon, because Stu Hart was born and raised in Saskatoon as well too, before he ended up moving to the States and then coming back to Canada to move to Calgary. So we have a lot of wrestling heritage here in the area. It's just hidden a lot of the time.
Yeah. That's why it's always good if somebody that we know writes a book about the Canadian heritage professional.
Oh, you mean like our good friend Vance Nevada?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm only saying it because I'm in the book, so I gotta.
You are in the book. I said that right. I said it on Ring Respect Radio. I read your name right out. It's in the top 25 wrestlers in the Alberta region. Chris Parrish is listed within that.
It's so funny because I look at it now and I'm like, okay, one, I don't even put myself that high. And two, I'm just like, how the hell are these guys so low? Like, I care more about the people that don't get the respect than it was like, fuck me. No, these guys are good.
But you got on the list. That's a big deal. That means your accomplishment isn't just in your head. It means that someone else appreciates your accomplishment.
That's right, Alex.
And you said all time, right? You said all time too?
Well, the book reads is top 25 out of that region. So every time throughout Vance's entire book, Uncontrolled Chaos, great book. It's an encyclopedia. Go get it. Yeah. Every section for every province lists the top 25 in that region. And he doesn't include necessarily, say, a Bret Hart who was born in Calgary or anything like that. This is more the independent side of it. So giving you who the top independent wrestlers of the region are. But you're in that book. You're in that top 25. You damn well deserve it. And you should be proud of that shit.
Oh, I'm definitely proud. I just look at like stuff like that. And I'm just like, there's so many good people that don't get their just due. And I feel so bad for that. I care more about them than I do me.
Well, if you're still, if you're still actively fighting, we should do what we can to get you in the PWI top 500. Haul your ass.
I've been on that 6 times. I've been on that 6 times.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. Good job.
It's a very slight brag, but yeah.
No, that's an excellent brag. Like, are you kidding?
At the same time, it's like, I don't know. Like, my time's over. I care. Like it's
I understand that feeling too.
I don't know. Like,
this is your new time now. Right here. Right this.
Yeah, it's my time. My time.
We're all a bunch of burned out ex-celebrities. You have made Bobby. You have made your morning show out of ex-B-list celebrities.
What we've done is we've created a show.
I'm like a
featuring
host.
all the best
so
people ever. There's no ex-B-list celebrities, only wonderful friends and family that ever enter this program.
Aww, that's a wonderful way of seeing it.
Me.
I try to do something nice, and then he just shits all over it.
Just me. I shit on. Oh man, I don't shit on other people.
I shit on everybody. I shit on myself a lot, but I'll happily.
I do too, but then I realize, it's because I didn't pull down my pants. But moving on.
All right then.
Bobby,
what
do we have coming in for this week for OLE? Sounds like a great time to play the video.
Yeah, let's break up this conversation with the weekly counter time, baby. We'll be right back. the video suggests, please like, follow, subscribe to everything here, OLE, on all our channels, and support all our great people that are contributing lots of great content here throughout the channel. And if all goes to plan, and I hope it does, that episode of Killer Cuts is coming out Friday. Chapter 4 will be the first time that Astrid and myself actually have a guest joining us on the program, and it will actually be somebody from the movie that we'll be talking about. So again, stay tuned for that to find out more.
Bobby, I think it's a perfect time to play.
I was about to say, I've had a wonderful time this afternoon with you gentlemen. Thank you so much. I feel like I've learned a lot, and I've gotten to have a really good conversation with you all.
You're welcome to come back anytime, Lauren. We have a blast with you here every single time. And again, the AEW content, of course, all the AEW reviews, previews. I think we're going to have a few more of those coming up very, very soon. You'll have
a lot more.
Keep me informed.
certainly a few after parties here and there. And I'm always happy to do, an AEW minute for broadcast and for wrap-ups and such like that. Always happy to run those.
Looking forward to it. It's going to be a lot of fun for sure. Parrish, back to you, sir.
Yeah, I'm just we got to play the graphic because we got some stuff to announce. So I got to do this.
Breaking news. Something reported.
Is that date correct?
June 18th?
Yeah, that's the date.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought it was next Sunday, but no, we're good.
I think it's the 18th.
That's rad.
Let me double
Good
check,
job, guys.
Yeah. Because I may have actually just copied and pasted wrong. But,
that's all good.
let me fact check. Because I also did it really quickly, and I can't guarantee my quick work.
But that's amazing. That's so super cool.
Yeah. Parrish, let people know who Short Sleeve is. Just give them a little quick rundown.
Yeah, so Short Sleeve Samson, he's done a lot of work with the WWE in, I was going to say, but in a lot of capacity in the sense of, if you ever watched the WLC, he was on the commentary team. If you remember guys that played Mini Angle and Mini Undertaker, that was Short Sleeve Samson. If you remember the Mini Undertaker that got choke slammed by Undertaker himself, that was Short Sleeve Samson. If you've ever watched midget wrestling in the States, Short Sleeve Samson's name is probably attached to that. And if people ever asked, hey, what was one of my career defining moments, it was actually wrestling Short Sleeve Samson a few years prior to my start in the Canadian National Wrestling Alliance. He used to be the Micro Wrestling Warriors champion, the Hulk Hogan Little Person League. So yeah, and that match actually that I had with him was for that title. And just so you know, that title could not fit me. I thought it was awesome. But to me, he's a legend. He's an amazing human being, and probably one of the GOATs in terms of little people in the professional wrestling world. I'm also biased because I love the guy to death, but just fantastic. Just a fantastic human being, and yeah, like absolutely just a staple in the midget wrestling. And we'll find out next week because the date is wrong. I will fix that. My bad. I'm just letting everybody know I fucked up. It was me. It wasn't anybody else. It was me, people. I did the Nia Jax, and I fucked up my whole. All right,
Like I wasn't sure where you were going with this. It's like, oh yeah, Nia botched quite a bit. I understand. Oh, it's okay. It's her whole.
Yeah. It's also just because she botches a lot, so I kind of just went there.
Like a lot.
Yeah. It is June 11th. Yeah, definitely June 11th. Can confirm June 11th. So yeah. But yeah, no, we're going to speak to him. We get to learn a lot about the scene that I think in professional wrestling not a lot of people know a lot about, and that is the midget scene. It's okay to use it, but it's in the name of the company, so kind of can't go around it. But no, the little people of professional wrestling deserve attention too, and we'll get to talk to one of the guys that are spearheading that movement in Short Sleeve Samson next week on Busting.
Perfect.
June 11th, not 18th, as my moron video would put out.
Parrish, you came up a little bit short on your date there.
Oh, actually, I went too long.
Fine.
I overlooked the date. Oh my God! We can't make these jokes next week.
No, you can't.
Yeah.
Because you know what? Short sleeve Samson not only will kick your ass, he's going to kick mine too, and he very well can.
He's already kicked my ass twice.
I mean,
I didn't win those matches.
I've seen this guy lift dudes my size up on his shoulders just to take a picture. So, I mean, I'm intimidated.
He's insanely strong. I did not know how strong he was. And then he hit me, and I was like, "Dear Lord!"
Yeah.
I really hope that I get to meet him at some point. I'll absolutely be watching the replay, if not live. I mean, it's Sunday morning. The chances of my being awake for anything other than this is real.
We love to wake up everybody Sunday with our banter and bullshit. It's fun.
Oh, it's
with your beauty and brains, not your banter and bullshit. You're
Beauty and
fine.
brains. Oh, hey, I'll take it.
Yeah, but you know what's filling our beauty and brains? It's banter and bullshit.
We're all about the bees here on Bustin' Out.
Yeah. I'm a bee.
Bustin', all sorts of stuff. It's all about the bees. Better business.
It's bussin'.
Oh, we're having fun. But
I had to say it at least once.
yeah.
Like, hold on, quit bussin'. What the fuck? That was so funny with the announcement. It's like, hold your busting.
I mean, the Ghostbusters theme song says it perfect. Bustin' makes me feel good, right? So, it's just a way of life.
Oh my God.
But Bobby, I'm gonna let you kind of go to the next question because I got a video to fix right away.
You got a video to fix?
I got a video to fix.
Oh.
Well, what do we got? What do we got on the old question board there? How about we go to the audience? In fact, if anybody is still with us watching along, you got any questions for any of the three of us that you want to talk about, please go right ahead and do so. Lauren, what are you looking forward to the upcoming wrestling world? What's on the agenda that's really tweaking your interest?
I am ready to see more intergender wrestling. I find it to be a very fun thing, and I'm looking forward to the Baker Cole Saraya Jericho match. I'm interested to see if Karen Jarrett and Aubrey are going to have a match. I'm interested to see if it's going to be an intergender match with Briscoe and with Jeff Jarrett. The fact that I can remember her name and not his.
Yeah. Oh, that's brilliant. For me on my side of the fence, it's MLW July the 8th. I mean, we got Fusion episodes back, but July the 8th, the first time ever. I've got Fight TV all fixed up. I got the subscription in place. We're going to be watching live on July the 8th for the first time ever with MLW. It's fantastic. Timothy Thatcher's coming in. Ishiban, I think is the pronunciation of it. He's got a match on the card. We got Alex Kane and Hammerstone. I'm sure that Del Miexo will be defending the featherweight championship against somebody who's going to get their ass kicked. It's going to be a beautiful night of pro wrestling.
I think I have Fight because right before I had my surgery, a friend of mine over in Tom Polyhue's community said, "Hey, I know you really, really want to watch the GCW stuff, and I know you're, super sick right now, and I still am not great, but, since the surgery, it's been a lot better." And he's like, "So, here, watch some Fight TV while you're getting better. Okay, I see you. And so I've been watching a lot of indie stuff. And if MLW is coming back, I'm gonna have to get on that. Maybe watch with you guys at some point.
Well, definitely. Yeah, you're definitely welcome to join us. We're going to be watching a live capacity that night, doing a watch along on July the 8th. So definitely hop on in if you want and join the party. It's going to be myself, Pop Smokes. I've invited Ed as well, too. We can have a good old time watching some MLW. And of course, the Fusion episodes have been airing now on Thursday night on Fight TV Plus. So just the last little bit, it's been from the last time they were in Tijuana for the tapings and everything. So there's been a lot of crazy stuff. El Vikingo was in the main event of a trios match here on the last episode there. Guy's like a martial artist of some sort with all his crazy flippy moves that he does and everything like that. But he looks dangerous. I like the outfits. A lot of the outfits in luchador wrestling are just absolutely stunning. Absolutely awesome. I know last week they had a four-way match for... I think it was both the MLW Featherweight Championship and the AAA Reina del Reinas Championship as well, too. And just some of the outfits and the moves and everything that was put on, it was a thing of beauty. It was awesome. Glad to have MLW back.
I'm super excited. If I can't watch it this week, I got to watch it next week.
Oh, for
Thursdays
sure.
are always weird for me because that's like D&D night with the girls.
Oh, D&D night. D&D is fun.
You were talking about that yesterday,
time.
Bobby.
D&D Beyond has made it a lot easier for me because I always forget where my multipliers are and what I'm supposed to be rolling and all that. Like that's kind of difficult for some people. For me, it's kind of weird because like the stuff I DM'd for, we were GMs or STs, and it was White Wolf stuff. It was Vampire and Dark Ages and stuff like that, and Werewolf Apocalypse and Human Occupied Landfill and that kind of stuff. And so for me, D&D is like more content than I'm generally able to handle, but D&D Beyond makes it really super easy for me. It makes it more fun.
I was actually saying on stream last night that we need to have like a dungeon master come in and do a stream, and the rest of us can hop in and play D&D while they're doing that. That would be fun.
That would be fun. That does sound like a lot of fun, actually. Yeah. You know, even having someone in to do a one shot, like, you know, a 1 4-hour run would be really, really interesting.
Have to keep it within that 4 hours because unfortunately, when it comes to StreamYard, 4 hours is the capacity. So unless you want to do dual streams. But Parrish, got videos fixed? How you doing over there, my man?
I do have it fixed, actually.
Hey.
Like I said, quick work. I don't guarantee it, but it's quick.
Yeah.
It's like one of my favorite short videos I watch. Like a guy's getting an interview. It's like an animated one. He's like, "So I hear you do quick math." He's like, "Yeah, what's 73 times 15?" He's like, 352. He's like, "That is not correct." He's like, "Yeah, but it's quick."
I love it.
And here's the hopefully updated video.
There we go. It works.
It's correct this time.
It is.
Love that for you.
Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, I need beer.
We're being asked questions here at the end of the show. Why was this recommended to me? I'm glad it was recommended to you, my friend. So
Hi, Vivi. What you doing? My name's Lauren Goodnight. This is Bobby Munson, and this is Parrish. We're talking about mainly wrestling, but also the other shit we've been up to this week. We have a really good time here on OLE. I'm their newest host. I'm super excited. And I really, really hope that you stick around. If you like it here, then hit that like button. Yeah, the algorithm's kind of crazy. The algorithm is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
If you like wrestling,
that algorithm.
If you like wrestling, if you like gaming, if you like talking with some pretty cool people, I hope you like it here.
Yeah.
What were you checking out that got you to come over here? We also definitely appreciate it.
Yeah, because we want to see it.
Subscribe for the random.
Hey, thank you for the subscription area. Look at this. I think it
Thank
deserves one of
you.
these right there. We get a spin of the money sign
Yeah.
right there. Yeah. Thanks for the sub. Appreciate it. And thank you
Thank
for
you
stopping
so
in as
much,
well, too.
Vivi.
We're always happy to have new friends.
Oh
Yeah,
my goodness, yes.
And as
And
you
we're
can
going
see
to
on
be
the
making more gaming content in the next few weeks, I believe. And hopefully that'll be a good secondary thing for us to do, not just covering sports journalism.
This is the best way that we've ever been discovered
Yes! When your drug dealer is paranoid. You know,
ever. If your drug dealer's paranoid, he
We'll
looks and
take
sounds like
it.
this.
We'll take it. Absolutely. Oh
Awesome.
my
what
goodness.
kind of algorithm did you put in there, Bobby?
I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it.
I was stoned at the time. I have no idea.
You know, a little
Oh,
faded Sunday
there's a
morning,
correlation.
there's nothing wrong. The algorithm knew that you were just slightly faded when you made this.
The algorithm also had munchies at the same time, and
Thank you so much for stopping by. It's always a lot of fun, and we're glad you were able to stop in. And thank you for sharing the stream as well, too. Much love and respect. Appreciate it. Hope you stop by some other shows here sometime soon.
I hope so.
And
Thank you, Vivi. It was a pleasure to meet you and coming by. I feel the same way about everybody who comes in because it feels like we're still a small community and we can give as much attention to a person as they want. And hopefully that will help us continue to grow the audience because we love them as much as we want to put in like 2 or 3 times the energy you guys do to love us for us to entertain you and make you feel like your day wasn't lost by sitting and watching us for a few hours.
Yeah. And as we have Vivi coming in, giving us that subscription that we do appreciate. If anybody else is watching on the YouTube and you haven't done so yet, make sure you give us that thumbs up and hit that subscribe button just to get all the notifications when we do go live and what we have coming up.
You know what we're going to do here momentarily, Parrish? I'm thinking that we're
Sure.
definitely going to be sending out our weekly raid, of course. But I think today, because of a good friend of ours who also does gaming on the channel as well too, Bubba Duke is playing some Diablo 4 right now, and
You got to rate him.
Yeah, well, that's right. We're gonna make Bubba Duke's day, and we're gonna send all our Twitch fans on over to Bubba Duke's stream here momentarily. But in the meantime and in between time,
Before you do that,
we
got to do one thing. We have to shout out the Rogue Energy. We haven't done that yet.
Yes,
Oh, you guys haven't talked about Rogue Energy.
Yeah.
Go make sure you go to rogueenergy.com, use our promo code OLEPod, save yourself that 10% as they now have the strawberry mango flavor in their catalog as well. They've got a lot of their old ones back in stock, so go check that out. And if you are in the American set, they do have their canned flavors in there, but that's only for American customers only. So go to Rogue Energy, promo code OLEPods, save yourself some money.
Just don't forget, if you want that, that burst of energy to get you moving without that huge sugary overload, if you want a natural energy for your caffeine, I mean, you can't really go wrong with Rogue Energy. There's so many different flavors, and you don't just have, and in America, you don't just have to deal with the powder. I know a lot of people love it, but man, we got them cans though.
Yeah. We'll get those cans up in Canada here one of these days. One of these days.
I'll send you a bunch of cans if you send me a couple of bottles of puppers.
Yeah. Or you're actually not allowed.
We can't get puppers down here.
You actually can't send cans through the border anymore. It will get taken away. Yeah. That's one of the reasons why it's only for the American customers, not for Canada's, because they are not allowed to ship cans cross border. I found that out when I was trying to buy Stone Cold's beer.
Who said I'd be shipping? I'm coming to stay. I need better health care. I need like really good health care.
That's how we got Brock. That's how we got Brock.
I'd come in. Come for the puppers, stay for the free healthcare.
Yeah, it's like America was his match, but he comes straight back to Canada. Right?
Yeah. Make the money and go home.
Yeah, gets hurt in the States, comes for the free drugs.
Damn right.
Oh.
All right, so we're
but
ready.
in the meantime. In the meantime and in between time, Lauren, as the ticker comes up below with your socials and everything like that, why don't you tell the wonderful people how to reach out to you and what you got coming up?
Fantastic. Again, my name is Lauren Goodnight. You can find me on Twitter at Lulu Goodnight. My Instagram is I am Lauren Goodnight. So is my Facebook. But my Twitch and my YouTube are both just my name, Lauren Goodnight, LaurenGoodnight. Like I said, I'm going to be working on gaming content, and hopefully I will be back into broadcast with Celestia Radio, and we can keep teaching about health and wrestling and sports and the industry, the entertainment industry, things that we all know a little bit about, but we can all teach each other more. I'm really excited.
Wonderful. Parrish, how about yourself? Where can the good people reach out to you? What do you got going on?
You can find me making non-updated graphics on canva.com, but also if you want to find me on the socials, you can go check me out on the Twitter at Chris Parrish, the Instagram chris.parrish, and then anywhere OLE related, where tomorrow, Monday, you can watch me alongside with Carl Carolfell, probably OMD, and maybe Chris Best or Bubba Duke, who we're going to raid momentarily with the Monday Night Raw watch along every Wednesday at about 10 p.m. Eastern. You'll see myself with Ed Fries as we play WWE 2K23, and we continue the Wrestle Draft. And this week we will bring you SummerSlam. And so that's going to be a lot of fun. And then every week, Sunday, you can see me 12:15 with the guy over here who falls a lot on Zelda, Bobby Munson, with Bussing Out as next week, June 11th. We will have Short Sleeve Samson. June 11th. I'm ribbing myself now.
As Parrish said, of course, myself, I'll be on Busting Out next week because I'm there all Sundays, except for one so far. But you can reach out to me on my socials there. The Twitter, it's Real Bobby Munson, Instagram, Video Bros SK, where you'll find the content of myself and Pop Smokes, and then my personal Twitch over at twitch.tv, _Bobby Munson. You can also hear me as one of the voices of the commentary team on Saturdays for Prairie Pro Wrestling. Check out our channel over there as well. We want to thank you for joining us here today as I am firing up that raid. Heading on over to our good friend Bubba Duke. Give him a wonderful OLE hello, welcome, all those lovely things, because he is a great guy. You could also catch him on Thursday nights before Ring Respect Radio, where you'll find me. That's gaming that he's got going on Thursdays with the OMD. But yes, that is it for us this week on Busting Out. We want to thank Lauren for joining us. Come back anytime as always, and we will see you guys next Sunday. Until then, you've been busted. Wrong one.